Namam karmani limpanti. Limpanti means do not affect. Na limpanti, do not affect. Mam karmani, no work can affect me. There is no work which can make some reaction that affects Krishna. Krishna is beyond any karma reaction. He is not bound by karma reaction. That means it tells how Krishna is supremely independent. Only independent person is not affected by any reaction. He is independent from reaction. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spruha. Neither I have any desire for any fruitive actions. So Krishna is saying, itimam yo abhijanati. Anybody who knows this truth, that Krishna is independent, Krishna does not come under any karma reaction, Krishna has no desire for any gain in this world. Because Krishna has no personal profit, that is why he is equal to everyone. The moment you have your own personal profit desire, then you become partial to somebody, then you become inimical to somebody. Whoever gives profit to you, you become partial to them. Whoever is not going to give you any profit, either you ignore them or you actually become inimical to them. So Krishna says, Name karma phale spruha. I do not have any personal desire. Namam karmani limpanti. Neither I come under any karma reaction. Anyone who knows this truth, Krishna says, karma bhir nasabadhyate. Such person do not come under karma reaction. Even the person who knows this truth also will not come under karma reaction, bound by karma entanglement. So, except Krishna, everybody else in this material world, Krishna and Krishna's internal potency, that is Lakshmi Devi or Sri Radha, except these people, Radha Krishna, Lakshmi Narayana, Sita Ram, everybody else is bound by the law of karma. No matter how big they are, starting from Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indra, or any devatas. Everybody is responsible for their action, and there will be some reaction. There is a certain way they have to act, and if they do not act in that way, then there is some reaction for that. So we have been discussing the history of Draupadi, history of Pandavas, and connected to the same story, incident, one more portion is incomplete. We understood how the 5 devatas trees, Parvati, Bharati, Shyamala, Usha, and who else? Shachi Devi, the wife of Indra. So these 5 people, they came in one body. Their idea was, we will all become one body and we'll go and deceive Lord Brahma. He will not be identified that there are 5 people and we will all laugh at his ignorance. But actually Lord Brahma is very capable. He is the creator, so he knows who is who. So 2 times, they totally 3 times tried to make fun of him. 2 times Lord Brahma was silent. He thought it is an innocent fun. But 3rd time he thought it is getting more. I need to set things right. So then what did Lord Brahma do? He said, Eka dehatvam. You all came in one body. So you all came in one body. So I curse all of you that you take manushatvam. You take birth as human being in one body. 3 times, 3 life, you have to take birth as human, and that too in one body. All 5 of you will be in one body. And then, so they also had the curse because they inappropriately behaved in front of Brahma with their husband. So Lord Brahma had cursed that you will all be touched by another man. So now they realized their mistake. they did, repentance, and so they pleased, and they prayed that no ordinary person should be touched and all that. So because of this, in the first life, in one body, in the one human body, appeared as Viprakanya. And in that life, did tapasya to please Lord Shiva for a suitable husband. And Lord Shiva blessed them, saying that in future lives you will get suitable husband. In the second life, appeared as the daughter of Nala and Damayanti as Nalayani. And so in the third life, appeared as Indrasena, married the sage Mudgala Rishi. And Mudgala Rishi once, he had passed a very loose comment on Lord Brahma, that, oh, Lord Brahma ran behind his own daughter. So he's so cheap. And I'm so better. I have not done such activities. So there was an ego, that superiority complex. And so Lord Brahma had cursed that Mudgala Rishi, that you will degrade by associating with higher conscious woman. And again Mudgala Rishi realized his mistake. So he did prayashchitta tapasya, and Brahma forgave him. But he said that my words will not go wrong. So you will marry a woman who is of higher consciousness. That is Indrasena, who is actually, in whose body there are 5 devatas threes. But you will not associate with her. Their own husbands will associate through your body, through expansion of your body like that. And then after a while, Mudgala Rishi renounced the world and he took sannyas and went away. Then Indrasena, she did again tapasya to please Lord Shiva. And when Lord Shiva appeared, then Indrasena, he asked, what do you want? Indrasena asked, Patim Dehi, Patim Dehi, Patim Dehi, Patim Dehi, Patim Dehi. Actually, there were 5 people. So everybody asked that I want my husband, I want my husband, I want my husband. So Lord Shiva said, okay, tathastu, 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 5 times. So now Indrasena, actually yesterday I explained how even though there were 5 souls in one body, but each soul was not aware of the presence of the remaining 4. So everybody was thinking, I am the one. So then Indrasena started thinking, oh, what is this? Lord Shiva said, 5 husband you will get. 5 times he said that you will get husband. So that is adharma. So my dharma will be spoiled if I marry 5 men like this. So Indrasena was crying. And when Indrasena was crying, then we heard how Lord Indra came there. And he asked her, why are you crying? Then he said, see, this Shiva has, instead of blessing me, he has actually cursed me by saying, 5 husbands you will marry. So that will lead me to adharma. Then Indra became very angry at Shiva and he chastised Shiva. How can you mistreat a woman like this? That too when I am ruling this world, in my administration, you have come and you have cursed a woman for no reason. And then what did Shiva do? Shiva cursed Indra. He said that, oh, you're taking her side and speaking in her favor. You will be born as her, you will be born as a human being, first of all. And you will marry her. Whoever side you are taking, you will marry her. And Lord Shiva also said, look there, Pashyatra, Suranam Mad Avagnaya. Some more devatas like you, they insulted me, they misbehaved with me, they spoke not in an appropriate manner with me. So even they all have patitam, they also have fallen down from their position and they will also be taking birth, human being. So this is what Lord Shiva told Indra. So, and we heard how that because of Shiva's curse, Indra had to take birth as Arjun. And because Shiva told that you will marry her, so Arjuna had to marry Indrasena, who appeared as Draupadi. So, and the remaining people, The remaining Indras, we discussed how from the previous Manvantaras, they were all Indras. Yamaraj as Satyajit, Bhima as Rochana, and Ashwini, Kumaras, and then who's that? Arjuna as Purandara Indra. All of them have appeared as Pandavas, Trishika and all that. So now what happened when Shiva spoke like this to Arjuna? That like you, some more devatas, the previous Indras, they also misbehaved with me and they all have fallen down from their Indra post. So actually, Lord Brahma came there at that time. So what did Lord Brahma do? So there Brahma gave one curse to Shiva at that time. What is that? It is said that Madavagnya nimittena patita ititan suran. Suran, these devatas who were Indras in their previous life, Mad avagnya nimittena. Nimitta means for sake. For sake of misbehaving with me, avagnyat, madavagnyat, patitam, they have fallen down. Marutadin mrisha Brahma Shivam tada. Brahma told to Shiva. And what did he say? He said that Mrisham, you have told a lie. You have told a lie to Indra that for sake of insulting you, they have fallen down. Which is not true. They have not fallen down from their Indra's post for sake of insulting you. Mrisham, vadar iti, vada. You have spoken Mrisham, a lie, which is not true. Shashapa manusheshu. I curse you for speaking a lie. Shashapaha. Shapa, I give you curse for speaking a lie. What is that? Manusheshu, you will also be born as a human being. Shashapa manusheshu tvam kshipram jata parabhavam. First thing is, you will be born as human being. Manusheshu. Second one is, you told lie to this Indra, right? So it's from the same Indra you will be defeated. You thought, I have defeated this Indra by telling him a lie. So you will be born as a human being and you will be defeated by the same person to whom you have told lie. Shashapa manusheshu tvam kshipram jatah parabhavam. Parabhava means defeated. You'll be defeated by this person. Shakranna taryonyaryasi yasmai tvam tu mrishavadaha. Mrishavadaha. For speaking lie, this is the curse that I'll give you. So what happened? Let us just get a quick recap. So Lord Shiva told Indra that you are taking side of this Indrasena and you are insulting me. For insulting me, I curse you to take birth as human being. And for speaking in her favor, I curse that you will become her husband. You will marry her. And he also told, look there. Some more people who are also like you, Indra, in their previous life, they also misbehaved with me. So and for misbehaving with me, they have fallen down. And they're all sitting there and they're all going to take birth as human beings now for misbehaving with me, which was actually not true. So Lord Brahma came and told, what is that? You have told a lie. What is that lie? Mad avagnya nimittena patitam ititan suran. You told that for sake of insulting you, they have fallen down. But it is mrisham vadata. It is a lie. So shashapa manusheshu. I give you shapa to take birth as a human being. Not only take birth as human being, you will be defeated by this person whom you are cursed to take birth as human being. So this curse of Lord Brahma made Lord Shiva to take birth as Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama is actually Shiva's incarnation. And he was cursed to appear as human being, as Ashwatthama, because of telling lie to Indra and cursing him to become human being. And Lord Brahma had cursed what was one more curse? You will be defeated by the same person. That is why Arjuna defeated Ashwatthama in Mahabharata war. And this was Brahma Shapa to Shiva. And then one more curse. Total 3 curse Brahma gave to Shiva. He said, Matchaptanam cha devim na vicharya maya yataha. I had given curse to all those goddesses that they will be born as human in one body in the human life, right? I had given them curse. And patiyogavaram prada, you have come and given them some vara that you will all get your husbands without consulting me. I was the one who had given them curse. And without consulting me, without clarifying me, you have given them the boon that you will all get your husband. Right? Navapse sa tatha priyam. This is not I didn't like this. Brahma is saying, I didn't like this, your behavior. That I had given them the curse. And without consulting me, without checking with me, you have now given another boon to them. So it is a disturbance, interference in my, rectification of those goddesses who tried to misbehave with me. Manusheshu tata paschat bharati deha nirgatam swaloke prapsyasi swarte varo yatam te mrusha bhavet. So your vara also has to happen because you are a Lord Shiva. You have given. But at the same time, you have also done a mistake by not listening to me. So in your case, it will not become true. In remaining, because in the body of Indrasena, there is Parvati. And Lord Shiva blessed everybody that you will all get a husband. You will all get your husband. And who is Parvati's husband? Shiva. And she is also there in Draupadi's body. So that is the reason why Parvati didn't get her husband even though she was in Draupadi body, because Brahma said, remaining people, they will get your blessing. But in your case, because you have transgressed the etiquette with me, so in your case it will not become true. So Parvati will not be able to marry in the Draupadi's body. She will not get her husband, even though her husband is born as Ashwatthama. Shiva is there as Ashwatthama. And he is very competent, very capable, but he will not be able to marry Draupadi. He will not be able to win Draupadi. So this is so interesting. We see this in the Draupadi Swayamvara. In the Draupadi Swayamvara, everyone is invited. Right? At that time, Duryodhana is there, Dushyasana is there, Karna is there, Ashwatthama is there, Pandavas are there, incognito as Brahmanas. So Duryodhana goes, then he will not be able to, lift that bow. He will not be able to shoot an arrow. Then he says, my friend Ashwatthama will do. They'll say Karna will do, but they say no, Karna cannot do because he's a Suta Putra. Then Ashwatthama will do because he's a Brahmana Putra. So Brahmana is higher person, he can do. But Ashwatthama also will not be able to do. Why? Because this Brahma Shapa is there. That even though you are born, Shiva is born, remaining devatas are also born. Yama is born as Yudhishthira. Vayu is born as Bhima. Ashwini devatas are born as Nakula Sahadeva. Indra is born as Arjun. And now Shiva is also born as Ashwatthama. And all of their wives are there in Draupadi's body. Parvati, Bharati, Usha, Shyamala, Shachi. So Shyamala got her husband Yudhishthira. Bharati got her husband Bhima, Vayu. And then Shachi Devi got her husband Arjun. And then Usha got her combined husband Nakula and Sahadeva, Ashwini Kumaras. But Parvati, who was there in the body of Draupadi, she didn't get her husband Shiva, because even though Shiva had given boon that you will get husband. So Brahma came and told, because you have transgressed the etiquette, without checking with me, you have granted them boon. In your case, it will become Mrisha. It will become a lie. So what are the 3 curses that Brahma gave to Lord Shiva? Manusheshu. You will be born as a human being. And that is why He was born as Ashwatthama. And the person to whom you told lie, this Indra, you told him a lie that remaining previous Indras, they are fallen down because of insulting you, which is a lie. So because of that, you will be defeated by this Indra when you are born as human being. That is why Arjuna defeated Ashwatthama. And thirdly, without consulting me, I was the one who had given the curse to all those goddesses. And without consulting me, you have interfered and you have given them the boon. So, the rest of the people will get their husband, but your own wife Parvati will not be able to marry you. So, these are the three curses Lord Brahma gave. That is why even though Shiva was born as Ashwatthama, he could not win Arjuna. Actually, Ashwatthama or Lord Shiva is far, far superior to Indra. Indra's post, Shiva's post, there is so much differences there. Shiva is a very big man. But see, the karmani limpanti. Your karma affects you. We have to see from all this perspective. Even a great person like Lord Shiva is under the law of karma system. You do anything, karma reaction will come. You have to go through that karma reaction. You are not spared. The goddesses are not spared. Lord Shiva is not spared. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Namam karmani limpanti. For me, there is no karma reaction. Why? I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am Swarat. I am completely independent. I don't take birth because somebody cursed me and all those things. I do that because I like to do it. I don't do it because I don't like to do it. Krishna is the only Swarat, 100% independent. Next, one more thing Brahma said. He said that Etahi marutadya devakaryartha gauravat. Devakaryartha gauravat. The previous Indras, they are taking birth not for insulting Shiva. Devakaryartha. It's a devakarya. There is some devakarya in this world that the Lord has given to everybody. What is that? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya manam srujamyaham. So in order to establish dharma, that is a devakarya. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So Krishna, for dharma samsthapana, for protecting devotees, for annihilating miscreants, is going to appear, and so many devatas are going to assist Krishna. So for that devakarya they are appearing, not for insulting Krishna. Not for insulting Shiva. But you told no, for insulting me, they are all taking birth as human being. Right? So Lord Brahma said, Devakaryarthat jata iti shrutasya navagnya tenatra karanam. This is the real karana. And then he said that Dirghakalam manusheshu tatastvam sthitimaapsyasi. Dirghakala manusheshu. You will take birth, no, as manusheshu. Dirghakala. You will be living as a human being for very long time. For very long time. Ityukta prayo brahma so ashwatthama shivo bhavat. Ityukta brahmaha. Brahma told this. So Ashwatthama shivo bhavat. Shiva became Ashwatthama because of Lord Brahma. This. And that is the reason now Ashwatthama is one of the Chiranjivi. There are Sapta Chiranjivi. Hanuman, Ashwatthama, Vibhishana, right? Jambavan. Like that there are 7 Chiranjivis. Chira, Jivi. Jivi means lives. Chiranjivi means for very long time they stay. And Ashwatthama is living for very long time. Anybody knows what is the reason? Krishna cursed him. Because of killing Pandava's sons. So Krishna cursed that you have done a heinous act. So you will be cursed. that you stay long time and you suffer. And also, without, what is that? Yeah, without that, the special money that he had. Secondly, Ashwatthama also in the next Dwapar Yuga, next cycle, Dwapar Yuga, he'll become Vyasa. He'll become Vyasa. He'll play the role of Vyasa, Ashwatthama Acharya, for all the good work that he did. So this is Ashwatthama's background. So we understood Draupadi's background, we understood Pandava's background, and we understood Ashwatthama's background. They're all connected to one story. Each person is connected to same story.
So I have a few questions. Like when you said Indrasena, so in a body there are 5 souls. So now that means there is no Indrasena soul as such?
No, there is no Indrasena person. Indrasena means there are 5 souls.
The same way Draupadi also, that means there is no Draupadi soul.
There is no Draupadi soul. There are 5 souls in that body which was named as Draupadi.
Then was Parvati unhappy all throughout because she never got her husband?
Yeah, in that life she didn't get her husband. Yeah.
So and as we are discussing Namo Karmani.
It's the ghost attack means what happens. There is one real soul, means there is one main soul or the owner of this body, and another soul is forcefully entering inside. Like you are driving, it's your car, you are driving, and I am like one kidnapper or somebody who forcefully has entered inside the car and taken over the control of the driving wheel. So that is called ghost attack. But here in Draupadi's case, that is not like some 5 souls have entered into one person called Draupadi. Draupadi means the 5 souls. There is no one more soul called Indrasena or Draupadi. These are the 5 souls.
And like you were saying, Namo Karmani Limbhanti, like Lord
Yes.
Shiva also went through. But we also hear from the Shastras, even Lord Krishna or Vishnu also goes through. For example, when Rishi cursed Lord Vishnu that you and Lakshmi Devi will be separated. So that's how they got separated for some time. And so, like, how do we understand?
Yeah, you see that there are many such instances in the Shastra. You see the instances of people cursing Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana, or Lord Krishna. Even Gandhari cursed Krishna in Mahabharata. That like you are the cause of destruction of my Kaurava family. So your family, Yadu dynasty also will fight amongst themselves and they'll die. Now you see when somebody curses Lord Narayana, Lord Shiva, that curse has got no meaning. It has got no effect. Because the Lord Narayana is above the law of karma. He is a law maker. So your curse is within the part of that system. So what Krishna does is, it is very interesting question. Krishna accepts that curse out of his own choice for 2 purposes. One is for Deva Karya, another one is for bewildering the atheist people. Atheists have a desire. What is that desire?
There is no God.
There is no God. There is nobody called God. And you people keep saying Narayana is God, Vishnu is God, Krishna is God. Now they have a desire that he is not God. Now Krishna, according to Kathopanishad, has to fulfill everybody's desire. Now if he says that I am God, then that Vedokti will become wrong. See, then only some people desire is fulfilled. Yes, Narayana is God. What about others people desire that he is not God? How will you fulfill their desire? So Krishna will give them opportunity to think that how Krishna is not God. Say, see, Krishna also has come under curse. Narayana also has come under curse. So Krishna is not obliged to accept it, but he'll accept it for 2 reasons. One is Devakarya. At the same time, there is a Devakarya will happen. Like in the case of that curse, that Lakshmi Narayana will be separated because Bhrigu Maharshi had cursed that you have killed my wife, so you will be separated by your wife. And now there was a demon. They were called Suranika Daityas. They did tapasya and they asked Vara from Brahma. What is that? We should die only when Lakshmi Narayana gets separated. Because they knew that Lakshmi Narayana can never get separated. So they were thinking, Lakshmi Narayana will never get separated. That means we will never die. So in this way we can get Amaratva. And we can live eternal life in the material world. So in order to make them, that vara, go wrong, Lakshmi Narayana appeared as separated. And the Lord used that curse to make that happen. It's not that he was obliged to do it. So this is the reason that, yes, we see that some people cursing. But we can also understand from the scripture that curse has no meaning unless Lord accepts it, because Shastras are saying that he is supremely independent. Abhigna Swarat. What is your next question?
I have a question related to this, what you said. Like then they can say the same thing for Lord Shiva.
Yes, you can say. Definitely you can say. That is why you have to go deeper into Shastras and understand whether Lord Shiva accepted it for sake of Deva Karya or it is karma for him. You have to go into more details and understand. But here we are going at one level, but if you ask that final question, whether Lord Shiva is free from karma reaction, no, he is not. Yastvindra gopama tavendra mahosva karma bandhan rupamalabhajana matanoti karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Only Govinda is free from karma. According to Brahma Samhita, karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam yastvindra gopam athavendra maho swakarma. Indra and insect, all devatas are under swakarma. That's what it says. Nobody is free from karma. Govinda is free from karma. But in this case, whether Brahma is capable of cursing Shiva, Shiva is capable of nullifying it, there is a separate topic. But why did Ashwatthama appear? What is his background? So it is because Shiva was cursed by Brahma to take birth as human being. So he is Ashwatthama. So you will be defeated by whom you are told lie, and that is Arjuna who defeated Ashwatthama. Dirgha kala manusheshu. You will live for a very long time. And that is why Ashwatthama was cursed to live. Even now he is there, Ashwatthama. So another one is, you are given a boon without consulting me. So your boon will become true because you are Shiva, you have spoken. That should not go wrong. But in your case, it will not become true. That will be the restriction, modification in your boon. So these are the 4 things that Lord Brahma spoke.
So next one is you said, husband and husband should always be qualified to teach.
Husband should be spiritually more qualified to lead his wife and family.
Yeah. So in case, basically somebody should teach somebody. So for example, you told it's a shapa if somebody gets a higher grade, he got Brahmani, you told
Not Brahmani.
or the higher.
You will get a higher qualified woman to Mudgala Rishi. By associating with them, you will degrade.
So in that case, higher grade, she can teach him.
Yes, definitely you can. You can. What is that? Associate with the higher grade woman, and you can always elevate. But what happens is, see, if you are not in that consciousness that I'm associating with a higher consciousness person for sake of elevation. When you say higher consciousness people, then there are 2 types of higher consciousness. One is material higher consciousness. Second one is spiritual higher consciousness. Spiritual higher consciousness, just like all of us, we are coming in contact with the pure devotee Vaishnavacharya Prabhupada because he is highly qualified. He elevates us. Not that by associating with us, he actually degrades. Isn't it? So that is spiritual higher consciousness. Material higher consciousness also is there. When you associate with materially higher qualified people, you will not know how to conduct yourself with such people. And that leads to offenses. You see, there are two things. In Karma Kanda section of the Vedas, every mistake is very seriously taken. There are two examples that Srimad Bhagavatam gives. One example of a King Nriga. King Nriga was doing a lot of charity. He was doing a lot of dan. Godan he was doing. It is said that how many cows he did dan, it is mentioned. If you count how many dust particles are there in the whole world, he did more than that cows in charity. Yes, that much charity. But once what happened, when he gave charity of cows to one Brahmana, one of the cows that he had given charity came and joined another group of the cows. And he didn't know this. So he gave now this group of cows to another Brahmana as charity. Now this Brahmana came and told, see, the cow which already belongs to me, you are given to him now, give my cow back. And this Brahmana told, you cow, you are given me this cow. So how can you take your charity back? So this is such a wrong thing from the Karma Kanda point of view for doing this mistake, even though he was doing such a good work. But he was cursed to become a lizard for millions of years for this one mistake. One mistake, if you are not careful. Second example is this Vishwarupa, when he was doing yajna. So instead of chanting Indra Shatro, he chanted Indra Shatro. One letter he chanted more. For which, instead of one person coming to help Indra, one Rakshasa came out from Yajna Kunda. So these all tells that how one needs to be extremely careful when you're dealing with certain things. So in the Karma Kanda section, if you associate with a person of higher consciousness and if you do any mistake there, the results will be it will be catastrophe. So in that sense, it is said that one has to be careful. Not that if your wife is spiritually qualified wife, means spiritually higher qualified, then by associating with such wife, obviously anybody will make advancement. But that is not what Mudgala Rishi's problem. It was a different higher qualification, it was a material higher qualification, not spiritually higher qualification. That is what from yesterday I have been clarifying when we talk about this qualification. Today, it is misunderstood. Oh, husband should be more qualified. That means he should be more earning, he should be more physical strength. That is all material calculation. Can woman be more qualified than man? Yes, spiritually she can be more qualified. Spiritually, anybody can be more qualified. In fact, the son or daughter can be more qualified than the parents. Like Prahalad Maharaj. He's a child, he's a son, but he's more qualified than the father, demon Hiranyakashipu. Because of son, father got moksha. So spiritual qualification transcends this normal karma kanda etiquettes. But when you go by normal karma kanda, the hierarchy, then it cannot be broken. There are a lot of restrictions for that. For example, one more example is Ambarish Maharaj is a grihastha, is a family person. Durvasa Muni is a sannyasi. Durvasa Muni is a brahmana, Ambarish Maharaj is a kshatriya. Now, according to Varna means the caste, Durvasa is higher than Ambarish. According to Ashrama, Durvasa is higher than Ambarish because sannyas ashrama is more than grihastha ashrama. Brahmana Varna is better than Kshatriya Varna according to Varnashrama Dharma. But we see in Srimad Bhagavatam what happened. Durvasa came, fell at the feet of Ambarish Maharaj and begged forgiveness from Ambarish Maharaj for his mistake, which is not the normal Varnashrama Dharma etiquette. Why that happened? Because Ambarish Maharaj is a devotee. With his devotion, Lord Vishnu himself told to Durvasa Muni, go and fall at the feet of Ambarish Maharaj. So that means a lesser qualified person, if he is spiritually more evolved, can give association to anybody. Another example that Prahlad Maharaj gives in his prayers is what? He says that Viprad Vishadguna Yutada Ravinda Nabha. He says there may be a Brahmana who has got 12 qualities. But if he is not a devotee of Lord Narayana, he is lesser than somebody who is a dog eater. Dog eater among the caste is the lowest caste. He is called Shopacha. He is outcast. He is more than, above this Brahmana. Srimad Bhagavatam is saying. You see? So bhakti transcends this etiquette. But karma kanda doesn't transcend. Karma kanda, you have to go by that hierarchy. If you cross the hierarchy, then you will have some repercussions. So that is the answer for that. So in the bhakti marriage, if there are two people getting married, husband and wife, so wife is more spiritually qualified than husband. There's no problem in that. But a karma kanda way, some people are getting married. Then husband is supposed to be more qualified than the woman. So these are the two examples. Over all your questions. So now the conclusion is how Krishna is saying, Namam karmani limpanti. No karmas affect me. Name karma phale smrha. I do not have any desire to get any benefit from any work. Itimam yo abhijanati. Anybody who knows this, anybody who understands this, karmabhir nasapadhyate. He will also not get any reaction. And how others can come under karma entanglement? One of the example is that how Indra, Shiva, they all came under karma reaction.
Is there any mention of why did Lord Shiva tell this lie? Because like we say he's like a Vaishnava, and for his just to prove he is very great, he will not tell lie, because of my girls they are being put in there.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like a deva karya.
Okay, it's an interesting question. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. Shambhu, Lord Shiva, is a very great person. Nobody like Lord Shiva. In fact, the name Shiva means is the most purest, auspicious person. Simply thinking of Lord Shiva, you become pure. He's such a pure person, is auspicious person. Never does anything inauspicious. Telling lie is an inauspicious thing. Amangal. But Shiva means Mangal. So such Shiva, why did he tell lie? According to Lord Brahma. You see, every person has got multiple dimensions. This is a Vedic way of dealing with people. Every person has got multiple dimension. For example, this book. This is one view. This is another view. This is another view. So how many views this book has got? Top view, front view, side view, bottom view. See, it has got 4 views. One book has 4 views. It is one jada. Itself has 4 views. In 4 ways I can see. When I see from this view, you are only seeing this much. Right? You are not able to see this much. This is missing in this view. So somebody should know book means this view also you should know, this view also you should know, this view also you should know, this view also you should know. So like that every personality has got multiple dimensions. And especially the great personalities will have innumerable dimensions. So one of the dimensions which is the topmost dimension is that he is Supreme Lord Shiva, who is a Vaishnava, Yatha Shambhu. So now your question is, from that dimension, that Shiva is the greatest personality, how can he tell lie? Yes, as a Vaishnava, he won't do that. But he has got multiple dimensions which are used for multiple functionalities. Lord Shiva also has one function of administration. See, this world has got multiple administrators that we need to understand. Right? So many administrators are there in this world. There are corporators, there are mayors, there are MLAs, there are MPs, there are cabinet ministers, right? And there is prime minister. Now you can ask question, how many controllers are there? So many are there at different levels. So Shiva is one of the administrator, Indra is one of the administrators. So as an administrator, he has certain function to play. As a Vaishnava, as the greatest devotee of Lord Krishna, he has some role to play. So, from different perspective, there are different roles these devatas play. So, we need to get that perspective from which dimension Lord Shiva did this activity. So, what is the reason why Lord Shiva told this lie to Arjuna? That we will discuss in another class, because for that, it leads to another web of, janmas and pastimes and all these things. But here you're all getting to see that how every person in Mahabharata has got multiple janmas background. Draupadi's has got 4-5 janmas background. Pandavas have got multiple manvantaras background. They were Indras. They played the role of Indras. Everybody was Indra. And all those Indras are now playing another role of Pandavas. Right? Each, again Indra, why did he appear? There will be a reason. So, all these are the background stories.
So, Brahma gave this curse. Lord Krishna knows everything. Why Lord Krishna is involved in giving this curse to Ashwatthama?
Yeah. So, knowing everything, that's why now we should not forget one thing. Why all these things is happening? If you remember once, we discussed, there are multiple purpose for everything. One is, you should be held accountable for what you did. At the same time, it can be used for Devakarya also. What is Devakarya? Martyavataram, Martya Shikshanam. When devatas appear here, avatara means coming here, Martyavataram, they also have one job to do. Martya Shikshanam, to teach all of us. While they are teaching all of us, they are also going through certain rectification. Maybe, may not be. You understand? Sometimes there are MTech students. They are teaching. Or not MTech, it can be MSc or PhD student. They are students, they are also learning. At the same time, they are also teaching. So some of these devatas, they are learning some lessons because they did some mistake. But at the same time, they are also teaching others. So Martyavataram, Martya Shikshanam. They are also learning, they are also teaching others. So Lord Krishna knows this. Okay, for this purpose they have come. At the same time, it is also used for Devakarya, to establish dharma, to protect devotees, to create, to remove, to annihilate miscreants. That's why, see, this unilateral approach. What do you mean by unilateral approach?
See from one dimension.
Only from one reason. Trying to see everything from only one reason is a Western approach. In the Western approach, it is always binary logic. Either it is 0 or it is 1. Or when you say like this, they get the same doubt. Sometime you say it is because of Brahma Shapa. Sometimes you say it is Devakarya. Sometimes you say this. See, the problem with them is they are only one processor computer. The computers, there are multiprocessors. When the Intel released computers, it started with one processor, then 2 processor, 3 processor, 4 processor. When I was in my college, engineering college, the latest computer that was available was 4 processor. Now I don't know how many processors are there. Anyone knows? Madhur Nimai? 16 core, 16. That means 16 things can be processed. Now it cannot be one. So the Western approach to understand what's going on in this world is only from one perspective. But our Vedic perspective is simultaneously multiple things are responsible. And some of those reasons are contradicting with each other. And how to consolidate all those things, that's what acharyas do. Okay, this reason and this reason. Already there are 2 reasons, but how can both reasons, sometimes they look like contradicting each other, are responsible for the same thing? And that's called jignyasa. One has to understand this. So you cannot say, if Brahma gave curse, then why did Krishna do? If Krishna did like this, then why did Brahma do? It is our inability of understanding Shastras. If you get proper training, you can understand that how multiple perspectives are there for every action. Every action has got multiple dimensional background. So we'll stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.